mobilizations that we're going to do here are going to be an anterior glide, a posterior glide, and then an inferior glide. Why don't we glide superiorly? Acromion's in the way, and then there's all that soft tissue. So if we did that, we would create an impingement syndrome, right? So we don't want that at all. So those are the only three mobilizations that we're really going to do here, and that'll give us all the motions that we need around the shoulder. Obviously, if we're going, because of the architecture, if we're limited in abduction, which way do we go?
Down.
You get that inferior glide. If we're coming forward like this into horizontal adduction and can't go enough, the head of the humerus is going backwards, so that'd be posterior glide. This, anterior glide. Right? And we know that because this is the way people pop out anteriorly, is coming out like this. So those rotations, horizontal abductions, we free those up with anterior posterior glides. So we know that now, right? Because of the concave convex flow, you could figure that out without being told. But I told you anyway.
Thank you.
Now I've done my job. So when we do this one, we can have them either, and I don't like to do this, come really close to the edge of the table, so I'm not going to have you do that, where they're actually off of the table, so we can do the mob, or we can prop them up by putting something underneath their scapula and having them come closer to the edge, but not clear to the edge. Does that make sense? People are really antsy when you get them right here anyway, and then when you start pushing down like this, they're like, ah! So they freak out on you. So we want them to be comfortable because they have to relax when we do a mob. This is completely passive. Okay? So I'm going to have you just come a little bit closer to me. Perfect, right there. And I just put this underneath her scapula like that. So now I've got a little ledge right here. Nothing in the way so I can actually get some mobility. There's a couple different ways to do a posterior glide. You'll see it done in the book with ways like this. First thing we have to do is distract, and the distraction is going to be this way. Okay, so I've got to make sure that I really do pull that out of the socket. So I'm kind of feeling back here. If I'm just dragging her scapula along, which I do to a certain degree, there's the distraction right there. And then it's just this, okay? And that's the mob. I don't like to do it that way. Her fingers are going to go numb because I'm doing this, right? I really don't like to do it that way, but it shows it that way in the book. There's probably 4 different ways to do this. These glides are on the shoulder. I would prefer to do this. I bring her up like this, wind her up like this on her joint capsule already, and then lean into her like this. Take up everything. That's all just scapula rotating. And now I've got a mob right there. I can do this for a lot longer than 2 minutes if I have to, versus trying to use my arms, right? Do you feel that move? Okay. So that's how I prefer to do a posterior mobilization. And you're welcome to do it either way. It doesn't really matter. Are you peddling drugs now?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just bring on the top. Sorry.
An anterior glide, we could do like this, and it shows it in the book coming up like this. So you see we can actually get support of a mob, but look how much movement I'm getting out of her scapula.
Yeah.
And I'm not real happy with that. For her, I have to come clear up here to actually get...
Plus, if someone has shoulder pain, how well are they going to tolerate that?
They're not going to tolerate that at all, okay? But pain is a contraindication. Joint pain is a contraindication.
But if they were...
In a high-level mob.
Okay. If they had shoulder problems, they usually wouldn't be as mobile as she is.
No, they
That's,
wouldn't.
So you
That's
wouldn't
why
keep
you would be
up
doing
that
the
high.
mobilization.
Okay, gotcha.
But still, there's a fair amount of control issues with that. So what we usually will do is put them over onto their stomach if they can tolerate it. So I'm just going to do that. Real quick, have it on your tummy. We'll just pretend that this was the arm that we're working with, all right? So I have her come over to the edge of the table again, a little bit closer like this, okay? I'm going to take the towel like this, fold it over. I'm going to put it right there so that it catches her coracoid. I have better control of the scapula. Okay, then I bring it out like this, come right here near the joint, push in, and now I've got better control that way.
You can't go as far, though, can
Okay,
you?
no, well, yeah, you can in the joint.
Oh, you can't. But you're not
What I was
getting-
seeing before was scapulothoracic.
Oh,
I'm trying to eliminate that.
Oh,
Okay, so this is a much more controlled mobilization. Remember that you want to get as close to the joint line as you can. Okay, but if I'm up here, I'm on her scapula. So I find the joint line, which I can feel right there, and then come right into there. Distract, and then go ahead and lean into that and do an anterior mob. Okay? That only leaves the inferior mobilization, which Since she's in this position, I can leave her here if I want to. I can also do it with her lying on her back, looking at the ceiling. It'll be exactly the same maneuver. I do this. I distract. I find the end of the acromion, come to the joint line like this, come all the way down here. See all that scapula, right? And now I can do this. And usually I would be up here like this. All the way down and do that. Okay? Go ahead and flip over and see what it looks like with you on your back. Bring that to about 45 degrees, like this. Control the limb like this, however you can. Get it like this, and bring it down, and there's your mope. Up here is not. You're doing this, whoa, look what I can do. That's the scapular. So I'll make sure with the shoulder that you take up as much slack as you can.